And welcome everyone to the Tuesday Live with Jenny Lyon, Rainbow Anderson. So, if you are new to my page and we have actually never met before, I'm Jenny Lyon, Rainbow Anderson. I am a energy and business mentor for executives, for CEOs, for entrepreneurs, and I help you step into your highest timeline and embody that highest fullest potential that you're really meant to materialize and make it happen this lifetime through deep inner work and activations and upgrading the DNA and things like that. So today we are talking about one of my favorite topics because if you have followed me for a while and if you know me already, you know that I am super passionate about clearing hidden energy blocks, clearing, the pathway to, achieve the highest level of success that you're meant to, have in this lifetime, and that you're also really meant to align with your spiritual mission so that you are doing something really fulfilling that is nourishing your soul, and at the same time you're enjoying the journey and you're getting paid well for making that journey, and basically full alignment. So today we're talking about breaking negative patterns to quantum leap in your business. So I think it's worth to mention that if you are not where you want to be right now, surrender. It's absolutely perfect where you are right now. You are in the right place at the right time, and it may not feel like that, but you are. So just surrender to what is right now. Secondly, in order to change any negative patterns or change anything that you're not happy with right now, it requires commitment. It just requires work, doesn't it? It just requires that you sort of find the pathways and do the work and commit to the journey and go, right, what do I need? Okay, mindset work. What's next? Energy work. Okay, what's next? This is the way we change the pathway, right? So if you find yourself that you're not where you want to be right now and you want to change that, you absolutely have the power to do it. Okay. So I'm going to showcase today a little bit. I can see that some people are watching, which is great. If you can see me, hear me okay, let me know. I'm just going to check in the check box or chat box. No, I can't see anyone there. Yeah, just let me know if you can hear me, see me okay. And if you can, maybe say hashtag replay, hashtag live. That would be amazing. So, as I said, wherever you are right now, and if things doesn't feel like they're working, and you don't see not a way out, but you don't see a solution, it absolutely is doable. But also what is probably happening is that you are, as everyone else on earth, going through a level of consciousness sort of like upgrade. Things are coming to you like more intuitively. You are feeling more connected to a higher purpose. It's like you want to really make a difference. You also feel like your heart is opening more, and you're feeling like things that used to work for you doesn't work anymore. It feels kind of maybe square or a little bit just redundant. And that feeling is very normal when we are upgrading energetically and spiritually, and we're basically embracing our next level of consciousness. So this is applying for all of humanity, and it will just behave differently for different people. So for people like us, leaders, visionaries, entrepreneurs, it means that it pushes on our wounds, on our trauma, on our core patterns that are holding us back. It pushes on all those unresolved issues and stuff that we maybe have ignored, but also haven't had to address before because we were okay. And now all of a sudden it's like, ooh, coming to a surface. And this will, this will show up in your entrepreneurship. It will show up in your leadership. If you work for a company and you are an executive or a CEO, it will show up in ways within you that you're feeling, God, I feel different about this project. I feel different about this time, because it feels, I don't know, maybe I don't agree with the politics, or I don't feel like I'm agreeing with certain things anymore, because it feels, my heart is opening. It just feels different. It doesn't feel authentic to me. So it can show up in different ways. For a spiritual entrepreneur, for an entrepreneur, it's like your trauma, your core patterns, your stuff is coming up, and your imposter syndrome, your visibility fear, like, so all these things, these patterns that are keeping us held back, regardless of where we are on our journey, are really meant to be addressed and cleared and, yeah, like changed, so we can move forward, right? So often we don't know how to do that, because it's like, okay, I can feel this, the shift is coming. I can feel that something is in the way. It feels, misaligned. It feels jarred to me, and I can't put my finger on it, and I don't know what to do, sort of thing. So that's really, really common. So I'm going to show you today the system that I am using in my business, and the system that I'm also using with my clients, and the system that I'm using in the membership and my private clients. And it's called a soul contract. And I'm going to showcase a little bit how I have broken all my negative patterns so that I can step up into my leadership. So I can step up and show up in the way that my soul wants me to show up, actually. So my sort of my personality, my ego had to kind of step to the side so that I could, show up. So I'm going to share with you the screen. And let me just have a look. So I'm going to share the screen, and I'm hoping it's going to be entire screen. If I do entire screen, I think this will be okay. Maybe not, actually. I think we just do it this way instead. And I'll just show you this. Okay. So the soul contract software and the soul contract intelligence that I use is based on the sound of your name. And this is my birth name. So it's based on the sound of your name and the sound of your birth name. And this is my birth name. So Jenny Kristina Louise Andersson, that's my Swedish birth name. So the way this system has helped me to remove, if you like, the negative patterns which was stopping me to step into full leadership before, I'm going to show you what they are and how it showed up for me and how I overcome it and how I've changed it. So, as you can see here, you have karma, talents, goals, and you have a soul destiny. The karma is what we find hard. The soul, the talents are things that are coming more natural to us, and goals are something that we're working towards. So if you look at the negative patterns in this context would be my karma, okay? So the physical karma is 7s and the spiritual karma is 10 ones. Now, 10-1, and I have another one here, is all about leadership, and it's all about stepping into your power. And I had that in karma. So I felt really blocked. I felt really like I was not in my power, that I was not in leadership at all of my life. And so that's one aspect. The other aspect is the 7s. And the 7s really, when they're here in a karmic position, is that I want to hide. Well, a leader cannot hide, right? So I've had to work through these aspects, which are my negative patterns, and I've had to work through them to come to where I am today. And I'm going to now show you a part of the system that we use, which is a name optimization. And I have optimized my name from Jenny Kristina Louise Andersson to, I have optimized my name to Jenny Lion Rainbow Andersson, which has got a different set of numbers, basically. So I'm going to show you that now. So I'm just going to see if I might just stop sharing again. And then I go back and I share the other screen I wanted to share. So let's have a look here. Yeah, this is cool. So as you can see, here are the same numbers. So the sevens are here. This is exactly the same as the triangle I just showed you. So the sevens here is about hiding and in not being authentic to your spiritual self, really. So hiding who you truly are and also hiding generally. So this was me for years and years and years and years and years. And then 10-1 is like not stepping into your power. So basically being disempowered. So that's not leadership at all. So what happened was when I discovered this system, and this is probably now, is it 14 years ago? I think it's 14. No, it's 15 years ago. I started working with this. I then realized that optimizing my name would be one of the things that I could do to work through those negative patterns. So that's what I did. So with the nines here in physical talent in the overlay name, which is Jenny Lion Rainbow Anderson, it means that I brought in the power of the dragon, helping me to dissolve the disempowerment in the 10 and helping me dissolve and coming out of hiding and show my true self. And that's how one part of how I've worked through, stepping into my leadership fully. We also brought in a lot of unconditional love and Christ consciousness with the 13-4 and lots of focus and grounding as well with the 8. So although this might be something very sort of unfamiliar that you have not seen before, I'm going to stop sharing, and you haven't seen it what it is before, this is a part of the system that I use with my clients and for myself as well. When it comes to resolving those negative patterns, if you like, what is really, really important is to we use the soul contract to look at the negative patterns and look at how we can optimize the name. That's one of the methods how to break through it. You don't have to optimize your name every time you want to change something, but it's a part of what I did. And then we also look at the core traumas and the core essence of what is really keeping you stuck, which would often is rooted in childhood, is often rooted in this lifetime, conditioning, parenting, what the stories that you've gone through. And then also we look at past lives and we look at other lifetimes where you would have also been held back in certain ways and disempowered. Because if we think of leadership in the new world, it's about stepping into a different level and different energy of leadership. It's not based in power as in like overpowering, and it's not based in competition. It's not based in scarcity. It's not based in the old paradigm styles. It's really based in unconditional love, actually. So it's based in a new earth leadership, or leadership in the new earth is based from a tremendous place of humility, from a tremendous place of self-knowing, from a tremendous place of self-trust and self-love, and from a tremendous place of like self-mastery, actually. And by decoding your name, by clearing those patterns that are negative so that you can step into your true essence, your true gifts, it just means that by having tools to decode it, it just means that it's easier to go straight to where the issue is so that we can unlock it. And what are the benefits? Well, if you are looking to become an embodied leader, somebody who is truly here to change the world from being the new person instead of kind of projecting information or projecting teaching, you're really here because you're being the person that you want to teach others to become. Yeah, that comes from knowing self, that comes from breaking down the patterns and understanding them. It comes from the deep self, the inner work. It comes from understanding the human psyche emotionally, physically, is mentally, spiritually, and really understanding yourself on a deep, deep level. And this system is one way of doing it, and it's tremendously accurate. It kind of really blows out, like it really is quite amazing. All right. And it helps you to understand on a deeper level and actually let go of perhaps some beliefs as well and ideas of who you actually not, but you thought you were. And it could be like a negative self-image in certain areas. And we could really let go of those. We could really let go of those negative, self-images by also using this system, by actually highlighting and emphasizing on those amazing gifts that you have, that you can use in your leadership. So that's a little showcase of the work and a little showcase of how I also help my clients. Obviously, I wouldn't use a client's chart here. I was using my own and I showed you. And if you're interested in any of this work and you would like to quantum leap in your leadership and really step into the true, authentic self that you are, because what I often see with some of my clients is that they have to put a mask on in their position where they are, or at work, or with teams and clients, because they think that if they show their true authentic, more, maybe even more compassionate, more heart-led perhaps, more intuitive side, they won't be accepted, or they won't be taken seriously, or it's like they're not daring always to really step into their true authentic self, which who they really want to be, because of preconceptions, because of different beliefs in where they're working, and that could potentially, they think they might work against them. So I really help leaders to step in their true authentic spiritual side of themselves and bring that forth in their leadership in a comfortable and non-scary way, so that they can incorporate all of their gifts, because actually we are blending the intellectual, the emotional, and the spiritual, like the intuitive intelligence, so that they can use all of that in their leadership, and not just their intelligence, but using their intuition, using their emotional intelligence, using all the parts of who they are on a quantum level in their leadership, which helps them quantum leap, because the results of that is that they will feel more, they feel more authentic. So that means they feel more grounded and more confident in themselves, but also that will mean that they also get better results with their teams, because people can feel energy. They feel exactly who you are on a deeper level without them. They think they're probably more intuitive than they think they are, but energy speaks everything, basically. So yeah, if you're interested in any of this, I have 2 spots for my quantum mentorship right now, and you can apply. You can go to Jenny Lyon. You can connect with me in the DMs if you want, with the word quantum, I'll send you the link that I've just showing you there. I can send a link so that you can book your appointment. If you are interested in the system that I was talking about, you can have a look at my website, jennylyon.love, and look at the soul contract, work with me, soul contract, have a soul contract reading, basically, and you can have a look there. The best thing is probably just to send me a DM and we can get started. So that was all from me today, and I am looking forward to see you soon again. If you have any questions, always, I'm here to help. And I wish you a wonderful, wonderful Tuesday. And